Lake County has seen wildfires before. That is nothing new. But let me just give you a glimpse of what happened between the summer of 2015 and 2016. On July 29th, the Rocky Fire began. By the time it ended, it took 43 homes and 53 other buildings. On August 9th, barely after we had time to breathe, we saw the Jerusalem Fire, which took another 6 homes and 21 other buildings. September 12th, less than a month after that, the Valley Fire began. It took a total of 1,955 structures, 1,281 single dwelling homes, 27 multi-family dwelling homes, 66 commercial properties, a school, 2 church sanctuaries, Hidden Valley Community Church and Cobb Mountain Fellowship, and 581 other buildings. 4 people died in the Valley Fire. On August 13th, 2016, 10 months and 2 days after the containment of the Valley Fire, an arsonist started what we call the Clayton Fire. 299 buildings destroyed, including 189 single-family homes, 8 commercial structures, 102 other buildings, and the sanctuary of Lower Lake United Methodist Church. On August 21st, we had the Lakeport Senior Citizen Fire. 36 units made uninhabitable, 2 units completely destroyed, 3 people hospitalized, and 1 person lost their life. Those fires list only the ones which Northern California, Nevada United Methodist Church responded to. We had other fires in every city around the lake in that time period. But in those ones, the Methodist response was needed and appreciated. The connectional system has meant the difference from being completely overwhelmed to the capacity to be present. And to be honest, I didn't fully understand the depth of the connectional system. But in that first week of the Valley Fire, John Chavez from FEMA called me and said, FEMA is sending me out to California. I want to start a long-term recovery group. And everybody says you're the person to talk to. So I was like, fine, come. So John came and he said, UMCOR is always the first to respond. And I said, I've never actually called UMCOR before. I'm not quite sure how that works. And he goes, well, don't worry, they're connected. And I said, okay. And what it wound up meaning was that anything that the conference did for us, and it is a ministry of the conference, whatever the conference did for us, UMCOR matched. The other thing that the connection means to me is that in those places where we were tired because we had been working 10 and 12-hour days and people still aren't in their homes, and we didn't know at that point if we had lost the Middletown Sanctuary building yet, people's presence. And the presence was better than, let me know what you need. Because of the connection, it was their issue also. So instead of saying, what do you need? They called and said, here's what I have. I have 10 people to come. Can you use them? Yes. We have $100. Can you use it? Yes. And to see the hundreds and hundreds of volunteers from the conference that sent things and called and helped support us and are still supporting us. People are talking about the potential schism in the United Methodist Church. But there wasn't a church, there wasn't a congregation, there wasn't a church leader that stepped up, offered to help, and then asked where we stood on the theological divide. Every church, every congregation, every agency, every leader, every conference staff person, every pastor, they loved alike. And we loved on the people in the name of Jesus. And we are the church.
I really want people to know just how thankful the fire survivors are and how much that one $25 gas card impacts their ability to get further on their road to recovery. You know, a lot of people think, oh, $25, that's, a quarter of a tank of gas. In our community, that $25 is the difference between making it to a doctor's appointment and a meeting with the contractor versus having to choose one or the other.
Right. And it's not just those little things. I'm now feeling like we have to say some of the big things. It's the $5,000 roof of the person whose house did not burn down in the Clayton fire, but when the water tanks went overhead, dropped enough water that her roof collapsed. We, the United Methodist Church, partnering in that case with the Mennonites, replaced her roof. It is the teams of people that are coming from congregations and actually building houses. It is all of those things. And I've never been more grateful to be a part of the church than right now.